Have you ever thought about how you felt when you just graduated from school? Now, try to recreate in your memory that atmosphere, what the weather was like that day, and who was standing next to you. This is very important to more accurately reproduce your thoughts at that moment in time. Do you remember? I performed this exercise with you. Please tell me, which of you left school with a complete confidence in the next step? Who among you knew exactly what profession you wanted to choose or what job you wanted to go to? Something tells me that not many of you can be confident in your clear answer. According to statistics conducted by the New York Times in 2008, 25% of people clearly know their purpose in life, and 40% of people are either do not know or neutral. As we can see on this slide, most people come out disoriented. Why do you think this is happening? The educational program focuses mostly that we obtain academic knowledge, but no one tells us about the importance of self-reflection and self-determination. Who among you at school had a task in class 4 or 5 to write an essay on the topic, what do you want to be when you grow up, or what profession will you choose? And, in addition, psychological tests for the same profession you're inclined to, which look something like this. Here is a piece of paper, a pen, and 3 pictures. Please choose the picture that is closest to your heart. And you choose something that looks the most adequate, so that now they still haven't told you that you're a psychopath. Well, they give you the result of this test, where it says that the profession of a locksmith is suitable for you, but you're a girl who wants to become a veterinarian, for example. I'm leading all of this to one more question. Does this essay and psychological tests, which are so fond of conducting in school, help you? If your answer is yes, you are a very lucky person, because it means that you most likely had a good psychologist or supportive environment. If your answer is no, I understand you very well, because I have the same situation. During all 11 years of my school life, I did not understand either my preferences or my desires. In our case, do not think that I put everything on the teachers. No! Every time a question arose from my parents or myself. Where do you want to go after school? Or who will you study at? I was shocked and scared. Choosing a profession and simply taking the next step seemed impossible. At the end of the 10th grade, I broke up with a guy to whom I told about my wild desire to play in the theater. However, I never dared to simply ask the theater if they were holding any recruitment. You know how it happens when you are in a state of affect and can do something that you never expect from yourself and that you would never have done. It would seem just like that. So, that's how I got into our local theater, which was quite popular in our city. I even passed the selection competition. So, that's how my acting journey began. We traveled to many festivals, received many awards, and only improved on my abilities every day. I live in by this. I decided to enter city university only because acting was even better than I was capable of. And I wasn't sure that my admission was 100% my desire. And here I was, already at the university, standing there among all those creative people, and I felt so alive. With every day of my stay there, I realized more and more that I was not in my place. And I began to dig into myself to understand what step I should take next. Stay. Should I go? And why did I enroll in this specialty at all? I realized that my desire to become a psychologist was always ridiculed. I was afraid to recognize what I was passionate about. And when I told about acting, constant festivals and tours, everyone was pleasantly surprised. And this pushed me to enter a city university. Realizing all this, I took the documents from the university and returned home. My return caused a wave of displeasure and public criticism. This greatly shocked my psyche. After several months of depression, medication, and eternal questions in my head, what's next? 2 years have passed since that time, and I'm still not studying anywhere. However, I took this time to prepare myself for the future university journey, to become even wiser and more aware, to make sure that the desire to be what I want to become is real, it's not imposed by someone. My story is not the only one. There are at least thousands of such stories. But is it possible to change it somehow? Can we ask someone for help with self-determination? Is it possible to change our attitude towards school children and change our desire to boost only their academic skills? My answer is yes. In school, children spend at least 11 years of their lives, where they find their first friends, love, find an authority that they would like to follow, such as a human nature. Everyone needs someone stronger and wiser to pass on their knowledge. The teacher. The same teacher in primary school who teaches to write and read, who becomes a kind of guide to another world, to world of knowledge. However, in addition to this, they could also become someone who would help the child understand their purpose. Research shows that school programs that allow students to discuss positive emotions and meaningful experience can improve psychological well-being and protect against future behavioral problems. I'm sure that you are all worried about a question of how. Everything is very simple. Starting from the first grade, the teacher should allocate a certain amount of time for each student to talk with them face-to-face about their child's wishes, about what they do, and whether it is really what they would like to do. Such conversations, support, and instructions will take place until they enter primary school, since children at this age are still confused and want to try as many different things as possible. Because without trying, it will be difficult to determine what they like, and all this time, the teacher will keep an account book in which record data on each child and see the dynamics of development. You are probably wondering why I consider this a good idea? Because each of the children will have support without judging what they like, without constant stereotypes that a boy can stitch or that a girl can go to boxing. What will happen after the primary school? After the primary school, children develop even more interests and a teenage rebellion begins to appear. Some suddenly start studying and some stop doing homework and devote more time to friends. But even here, the same authority appears who is ready to help and figure out what the child feels. With this help, every child will feel supported by at least one of the adults, and they will know that at a certain time they will have a place to go. Senior classes, children with defined goals, their goals, with a clear plan of their own, what to do next. Thanks to support throughout the entire school journey, since throughout all the school years they learn to listen to themselves and only themselves. Children will no longer leave school with a question of what's next. It will be a difficult and longer process that requires introspection and help. And the key to solution is action, both from the teacher side and from the student side. Thank you.